if you're feeling blah lately and just sort of unmotivated, having trouble focusing, there's actually a name for that, and it's called languishing. The New York Times published an article by Adam Grant, who's an organizational psychologist, on April 19th. And it talks all about this concept of languishing, which is one of the after effects of the pandemic. You may be feeling it yourself. I think a lot of us are going to be detecting it and noticing it in our students, and also in our children, and maybe even in ourselves. Some of the symptoms are trouble concentrating, feeling sort of joyless, having an absence of well-being, floating through your day sort of aimlessly, and having a sense of stagnation or emptiness. In the world of well-being, in mental health, there's a continuum from depression, which is being despondent and drained and feeling worthless, all the way to the other end of the continuum, which is flourishing, and that's the peak of well-being. So languishing is kind of in the middle, where you're not depressed, but you're definitely not feeling happy. And the reason why this is so common now, and people are feeling it, is because as the intense fear and grief from all of last year during the pandemic is lifting, many of us are left with this sort of empty feeling. And it can be hard to notice in yourself as it sort of creeps in slowly. And you know, the first step in noticing it is just understanding the concept of it. So if this is something you or someone you know is suffering with, what can you do? Well, Adam Grant makes a couple suggestions. He says the first thing is to name the feeling, to recognize it, that this might be this languishing concept. That's what I'm feeling. That can help defog your vision and give you more clarity, and also just remind you that you're not alone in this. A lot of people are feeling this way. The second recommendation is to do things that get you into a state of flow. A state of flow is where you're deeply immersed in something that's challenging or something that's very engaging, and your sense of time and place and even yourself fades away, and you're just kind of lost and engaged in this activity. For some people, that might be a puzzle or a word challenge. It could be reading a book or watching a movie on Netflix. It could be engaging in some meaningful project or a heartfelt conversation with somebody. The third thing you can do is give yourself a chunk of uninterrupted time where you can really gain a sense of progress. As humans, we respond positively to getting things done, to making progress towards a goal. So give yourself that time so that you can progress. And then finally, focus on small wins. Each day, take a look at what you've accomplished, celebrate that accomplishment, and just feel good about the progress that you are making. By acknowledging that many of us are languishing, we can start giving a voice to this void, this sort of emptiness that you might be feeling, and shine a light on a path to wellness. I hope you have a great week.